vlog, and my content is about the Singapore or what we have in Singapore. And now guys, let's start to discuss about the history of the Singapore. During the 14th century, this is small but strategically located island earned a new name according to the legend. Sang Nila Utama, a prince from Palembang, it is the capital of Serbia, was out on a hunting trip when he caught sight of an animal he had never seen before. Taking it be a good sign, he founded a city where the animal been spotted, naming it the Lion City or the Singapura from the Sanskrit words Simha and Apura. And the city was ruled by the 5 kings of ancient Singapura, located at the tip of the Malay Peninsula. The natural meeting point of sea routes, the city flourished as a trading post for vessels such as Chinese junks, Arab dhows, Portuguese battleships, and Burmese schooners. In the modern Singapore was founded in the 19th century thanks to politics trade in a man known as Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles. During this time, the British Empire was eyeing a port of call in this region to base its merchant fleet and to forestall any advance made by Dutch. Singapore, already an up-and-coming trading post along the Malacca Straits, seemed ideal. And Raffles, then the lieutenant governor of Bencoolen in Sumatra, landed in Singapore in January 29, 1819. And he recognizing the immense potential of the swamp-covered island, he helped negotiate a treaty with local rulers and establish Singapore as a trading station. The city quickly grew as a interpath trade hub and attracting immigrants from China, India, the Malay, and archipelago and the beyond. And in 1822, Raffles implemented the Raffles Town Plan, also known as a Jackson Plan, to address the issue of growing disorder lines in the colony. Ethnic residential areas were segregated into four areas. The European town had residents made up of European traders, Eurasians, and rich Asians, while the ethnic Chinese were located in the present-day Chinatown in southeast of the Singapore River. Ethnic Indians resided of Chulia, Kampong, north of Chinatown. In Kampong Glam consisted of Muslim, ethnic Malays, and Arabs who had migrated to the Singapore. Singapore continued to develop as a trading post with the establishment of several key banks, commercial associations, and chambers of commerce. In 1924, causeway opened linking the northern part of Singapore to Johor Bahru. In the Singapore is prosperity suffered a major blow during World War III when it was attacked by the Japanese on December 8, 1941, and the invaders arrived from the north, confounding in the British military commanders who had expected an attack by sea from the south. Despite their superior numbers, in the Allied forces surrendered to the Japanese on Chinese New Year was February 15, 1942. It was the largest surrender of British-led forces in history. And in 1959, the growth of nationalism led to self-government in the country's first general election. And the People's Actions Party, or PEP, that's what you call the People's Action or Party, won a majority of 43 seats, and Lee Kuan Yew became the first Prime Minister of Singapore. Lee Kuan is the first Prime Minister of Singapore in 1956. In 1963, Malaysia was formed, a comprising of the Federation of Malaysia, Singapore, Sarawak, and the North Borneo, now Sabah. The move was meant to foster closer ties. However, Singapore's merger proved as unsuccessful. In less than 2 years later, and on August 9, 1965, it left Malaysia to become an independent and sovereign democratic nation. Today guys, many slices of Singapore's multicultural, colonial, and wartime past are preserved in around the city. If you can visit monuments, museums, and memorials, or for a real trip through time, take a walk along a heritage trail.